New York in November. Smells like wet concrete and ambition. Chloe stands on the 40th floor, overlooking the gray Hudson River. She holds a glass of whiskey. No ice. Just like her heart today. Her stomach burns. A hole dug by stress and caffeine. She looks at her reflection. A woman in a $3,000 suit. But inside, she is still that scared little girl from 2 years ago. The memory hits her like a truck. A rainy night in Queens. The ICU machines beeping like a countdown to hell. Her dad dying in a cheap bed because the insurance said no. Chloe was on her knees, begging a doctor who didn't care. The bill was a monster, eating her alive. Then the doors banged open. Aunt Viv walked in, wearing a silk trench coat and red bottom heels. Click clack click. The sound of power. She didn't hug Chloe. She didn't cry. She walked to the counter, lit a mint cigarette. Under the no smoking sign, she threw a black card, made of titanium and arrogance. Swipe it, she said. If he dies, I buy this hospital and fire you all. That night Chloe learned. Tears are useless. Money is the only God in this concrete jungle. But gods can bleed too. It was a Friday night. Viv's jazz club was packed. Saxophone screaming. Viv on stage, singing Sinatra like an angel. Then she fell, like a puppet with cut strings. Silence. Absolute terrifying silence. Mount Sinai Hospital. The VIP ward. The doctor held the X-ray. Stage 4 lung cancer. The words hung in the air, heavy and cold. The treatment is experimental. Proton therapy in Switzerland. The cost is astronomical. He looked at Chloe's purse. Do you have assets? Or should we talk about palliative care? Which means waiting to die. Viv sat on the bed, her face pale, her lipstick smeared. She laughed a dry laugh. The Reaper raised his prices, kid. Let's go home. I have a bottle of Macallan. Let's drink until we forget. Chloe grabbed Viv's hand, her nails digging into skin. No. We do not go home. We do not wait. We do not die. I will get the money, even if I have to sell my soul. Monday morning. Wall Street. The Sterling Capitol Tower. A building made of glass and ego. Chloe walked in, wearing her war paint, sharp eyeliner, blood-red lips. She wasn't there to apply for a job. She was there to hunt Julian Sterling, the King of New York. He sat at a table long enough to land a plane on. He didn't look up. He was reading a file. Get out, he said softly. I don't have time for charity. Chloe locked the door. Click. The sound echoed. She walked to his desk and slammed a folder down. I am not charity. I am your weapon. Inside that folder is the evidence that your biggest rival is laundering money in Cayman. 3 senators involved. If this leaks, his stock drops to zero. By tomorrow morning. Julian stopped. The room temperature dropped. He looked up. His eyes were gray, cold like the Atlantic Ocean. He looked at the folder, then at Chloe. He saw the shaking hands, hidden behind her back. He saw the sweat on her neck. But mostly, he saw the hunger, the desperation of a wolf, trapped in a corner. "You want a job?" he asked. "No," Chloe said. "I want $3 million. Cash. And the jet to Zurich. Today." Julian stood up. He walked around the desk. He smelled like sandalwood and danger. He leaned close to her ear. "You are greedy. I like greedy people. Deal. But for the next 3 months. You are mine. You fix my mess. You destroy my enemies. You do the dirty work. If you fail, I will bury you. Under this building." The next 90 days were a blur of violence. Not physical, but financial. Chloe became a machine. She slept 3 hours a night. She lived on espresso and hate. Week 2. She walked into a board meeting, exposed a corrupt CEO, and watched him cry. She felt nothing. Week 6. She negotiated a merger, while vomiting in the bathroom, wiping her mouth, and walking back in, with a perfect smile. Week 10. A rival company tried to smear Julian. Chloe found their mistress, found the photos, and made a phone call. The story disappeared. Like magic. Julian watched her from his office, swirling his scotch. He didn't say good job. He just nodded. A silent acknowledgement. From one monster to another. But the cost was high. Chloe lost weight. Her eyes were hollow. She was winning the war, but losing herself. The hospital called. Viv refused the meds. Chloe ran. She ran through the rain, into the white room. It smelled of sickness and bleach. Viv was on the floor, screaming. She had pulled off her wig. Her head was bald, shining under the harsh lights. She looked small, broken. "Look at me!" Viv yelled. "I am a monster. Let me die. Take your dirty money away." Chloe dropped her bag. $3 million worth of contracts spilled on the floor. She didn't care. She walked through the broken glass, kneeling in the mess. She grabbed Viv's face, forcefully, tenderly. "Shut up," Chloe whispered, her voice shaking. "You taught me to be a queen. Queens don't quit." She pulled out the lipstick. Dior 999. The color of war. The color of life. She painted Viv's lips, her hand steady, while tears ran down her own face. "We are cutting the line, Viv. We are cheating death. Don't you dare leave me alone. In this cold world." The door opened. Julian stood there, soaking wet. He held a basket of cherries. Imported from Chile. Ridiculously expensive. He saw the bald head. The broken glass. The two women crying. He didn't leave. He walked in. Sat on the edge of the bed. Took an apple. And a silver knife. He started to peel it. One long strip. Perfect. Unbroken. Just like Viv used to do. For Chloe's dad. The jet is waiting. Julian said. His voice unusually soft. Eat the apple, Viv. Then we fly. He looked at Chloe. Mascara running down her face. You look terrible. He said. But you are beautiful. When you fight. Switzerland was cold. But the treatment worked. Money bought time. Money bought life. 6 months later. New York spring. The air was finally warm. Chloe drove her new Porsche. Top down. Driving through Central Park. Viv sat next to her. Wearing a silk scarf. And big sunglasses. She looked thin. But alive. She lit a cigarette. Just to watch the smoke. Dancing in the wind. You did it, kid. Viv smiled. You became a wolf. To save a sheep. I am proud. And terrified. Chloe laughed. She looked in the rearview mirror. A black Maybach was following them. 3 car lengths behind. Always there. Watching. Protecting. Her phone buzzed. A message from Julian. Dinner tonight? I have a new enemy. I need my weapon. Chloe typed back. It will cost you. She rolled down the window. Letting the city noise in. She wasn't a victim. She wasn't a savior. She was a player. And she had won the game. The sun hit her face. She floored the gas pedal. The engine roared. Like a beast. Alive. Finally alive.